G'day, legends. Welcome back to Beers Breakevens, the late show for round 22, answering all of your questions that have been sent in this week. Timbo, how are you? Probably as good as the last hour when I asked you.
Yeah, even better, I reckon. I felt like it was a very top-notch episode of Beers Breakevens.
It was a good one, wasn't it?
Good. I'm up and about.
Sometimes when you feel one come off the middle, you go, no, run, we're good here. Let it run, let the legs go. How are you, Kat?
Very good, thank you. It's been a nice morning, just churning out our content, and we've got some great questions coming up. So I'm looking forward to your answers, actually.
And the late show is normal time for them, but it's really late for us today.
Yeah, it's really late for us.
Yeah, it's no flying zone here. Let's do a rock off, mate. I am going for 3 in a row.
Right.
Unprecedented times here. You ready?
Right. Ready?
Scissor, paper, rock.
You beauty. Order has been restored. Thank you.
Am I taking the new ball?
Take it, mate. Show us what you got.
Catmandu, what do we got?
All right, let's kick it off with a question from the Don. He says, Karaz v. Holmes for the run home. Pick one.
When we say Don, are we talking Donny or different Don?
It's the Don.
This has come from Timmy, so.
This is from the Don.
The Don, not Donny Sports?
Possibly, no, not Donny Sports. Potentially the ghost of the Don Bradbed.
Oh, good, because I fucking hate that Donny guy.
Yeah.
Asshole.
Dog.
What was the question? Kiraz or...
I'm glad that you just stopped listening when you heard the Don. Karaz versus Holmes for the run home. Pick one.
Oh, I prefer Val Holmes just for his upside and with goal kicking. He does have a bye over the next few weeks though, so that also does hinder. I've always been a big Val Holmes guy though, so even this year when he has been a little bit hit and miss at times, he's still scoring well. I feel, and I know that Kiraz did really well on the weekend, but I feel like Val Holmes is more likely to go 100 plus on any given week. So I'm team Val. What do you think of Timbo?
I'm team Kiraz. I think you mentioned the bye there. That's a big factor in it, the extra game for Kiraz. I think Val is more likely to go 150 as a goal kicker in a very good attacking outfit. I think Kiraz is more likely to go 100 on any given week. His base, his power is unbelievable. The Dogs are humming. Their draw's a lot softer than the Cowboys on the run home. I just think what Kiraz is doing between centre and wing, doesn't matter where he plays, has been outstanding. I don't know if I'll own him this season, and I regret it a lot. I think he's tremendous.
Kiraz has about 4 more 100-point scores than I thought he would this season as I look at his stats. So pretty impressive. Yeah. I'm still team Val though.
Okay, this question is from Joshua. Is Nanai a worthy pod over Crichton for any other pod 2RFs?
Ooh. I don't mind it. Look, we know that his base is notoriously not great, but it's been a bit better this season. Like looking at him now, base the last 3 weeks of 47, 46 and 58. Like that's improved out of sight. And just with ball in hand, he looks tremendous. I've spoken about it all year. I have concerns over his defence. Missing tackles, it doesn't matter that much in Supercoach. It's what he's doing in attack, and he's looked great. So, yeah, with the upside there, I wouldn't do it, but there's a genuine pod play in Nanai.
There is a huge pod play there. I just don't love those last 3 weeks by Melbourne Bulldogs. That's the only thing that scares me off.
But we think that Melbourne are going to rest for that game.
That's true. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's not a bad one. Yeah, I don't mind that. If you would have told me 4 minutes ago, Tim, to guess his base this season, I would have missed it by 20.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Not bad, is it?
Very impressive, yeah. Yeah, I don't mind it.
Cool. All right, this question is from An. My question is, what do I do with Isaako?
Ooh, probably one more so for Timmy because he's obviously got him and has had him for a while. I haven't paid too much attention, but it does. My eyeball test feels like he's not getting much ball. In saying that, he hasn't been getting much ball. He hasn't scored a try in a few weeks, and last few weeks, 76, 54, 69, 60, 43. It's not horrendous, but I think you want bigger and badder over the run home.
Yeah, look, I'm looking at cutting ties with Jamayne Isaako this week. With their run home, Roosters, Warriors, Dogs, Storm, Broncos, Knights, that Knights one's away. It's a tough draw. I spoke about on Beers and Breakevens, but the left edge of the Dolphins with Isaiah Katoa is getting all the quality ball. If you're low on trades, hold Isaako. He's not going to let you down. I just think that ceiling is so restricted at the moment because the lack of quality ball he's getting. I think anyone with trades up the sleeve can look to go a little bit of a anti-pod play. He's about 40% ownership and look to sell him.
Cool.
Nice.
All right. From Jacob to Lunar Brian. I need Karaz for head-to-head finals. Who do I sell? Kelly, Ira, Holmes, or Garrick?
You, mate.
It's me, is it?
Yeah.
Ah, good.
Or is it me? No,
Do
it's
you-
I
me.
think it's you.
Oh, sorry. Kelly, Iro, Holmes, or Garrick? I would probably sell KL Iro. I don't necessarily think that Iro is a sell. I think you can more than comfortably hold on to him for the rest of the season. He's rock solid, scored a few tries in recent weeks for scores of 84 and 78. However, if you are looking to move on one of those players, it sounds like you are, I think Iro's certainly the one for me, probably narrowly ahead of Brian Kelly. The other thing is with Iro is huge ownership, so you can go the antipod play there as well.
Yep, completely agree with Timmy. Iro would be my play. I love the antipod side of it. I kind of like Brian Kelly as a pod, and I think the other two are out-and-out keepers. So Iro, I've already sold him. You never owned him. We're both going without him, and I'm not super concerned about it, especially now with Mulatalo out as well.
Yep.
I'm happy to move off Iro.
Cool. All right. This one is from Matthew K. He said, rank these cheapies. Casey, Ali, Stone Street.
Oh, okay. I would have Casey as my number one to get. And then what's Leotawa at? What's his price, Timbo?
He's about 313, I believe.
Yeah, I think I would rather have him over Stone Street, personally. What do you reckon?
The Warriors have a bye in round 27. You're paying an extra 113 odd K for about 109K to go to Leotawa from Stone Street. So, look, I'd have McLean at number one for sure. He's still very cheap at 270K in a gun side with a soft draw, no buys. McLean is number one. I'd actually put Sammy Stone Street. Granted, Mulatalo's probably back for the last 2 games, but I think to save that extra cash and the buy in round 27 for the Warriors, I'd probably go Stone Street number 2.
What's Stone Street's break-even and stuff? Where's he?
Well, he's only played 1 game.
Played the 1 game. What did he score? 41. He had a try in that. What, he's going to be there for 4 weeks, so what, you'll get 2 price rises out of him?
It's not about the price rise. Whoever you're buying out of those 2, you're holding for the season.
Holding for the season.
So I think it's irrelevant. So I'm just looking at the extra over 100K you can store up. You probably don't really want to play either of them anyway. So
No, it's a good argument. Fair enough. Yeah.
Cool. All right. The next question. I like this question. It's a good question. From Cool Corey. Early to tell even for now, but who do you see as a 2025 best pickup to start the season?
Tough live, Timber. Very tough.
Good question. There's going to maybe be opportunity at 5'8". I'm just thinking at Penrith and the players leaving there. Like if Dane Laurie was to jade the 5'8", it's what he'd be on, but every chance it is Jack Cole, so probably not. Mate, you look at blokes returning from injury. Campbell Graham.
Oh, yeah.
Hasn't played a game this year. I'm not certain of what his exact discount will be, but especially draw pending to start next season. He comes in, it's a pec injury. He's not coming. I hate when it's coming back from like ACLs or bad hamstring tears or calves, that sort of stuff. Peck, I think he'll come back fired up, ready to go. He'll be fit as he's one of the best trainers in the game. So, yeah, I think if we can get him at sort of sub 600K for the Bunnies, Wayne Bennett at the helm, he could be a sneaky one.
Yeah, I like that. For me, the first guy I thought of was Zach Hosking down the Canberra Raiders. I think he takes Elliot Whitehead's edge there. Hopefully he stays on the bench for the next few weeks and just drops a bit of cash. You won't get him dirt cheap, but you might get him $450 or so. And if I can get a Hosking at $450, I'll take that every day of the week. The other one I think is worth watching, the Roosters losing a lot of outside backs at the end of this season. Suaalii, Manu leaving. I reckon they'll go out to the market and sign someone. They've also got a young guy there, Robert Toya, who's actually returning from injury on the extended bench this week. Big raps on him. I wouldn't be surprised if he's a cheapie for round 1.
Yeah, rate it. Lucky last one. Pending what Penrith do with their pack, James Fisher-Harris leaving. I suspect Isaiah Papali'i probably plays in that front row rotation, but if they decide to put Scotty Sorensen back to the middle rotation that he did prior to the edge move, and IPAP is an 80-minute edge player for Penrith, lock and load.
Yeah, very interesting watch there.
Okay, this is my question to you guys. I'm throwing a little spanner in here. In the spirit of the Olympics, if you had to enter with any sport, what would it be? And it can't be a rugby league related sport. So no rugby sevens.
Oh, no.
Yeah, because I would have done so well in rugby sevens. That's too bad.
Damn, you've got to put a line through it.
I don't know if we come home with a gold now with me ruled out. That's tough. What are you thinking?
Oh, throw it at me. Thanks,
Yeah, I have no idea.
A little shout out to St. Greg's Year 12, 2012. St. Greg's 2012. We were the state champions in rugby sevens.
Were you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
right.
but
This is why I said not rugby sevens.
Yeah.
well, I
very
just
good.
had to give myself a moment in the sun. Not a terrifically... You know what? As a swimmer going through the grades at school, back at St Patrick's Parish School, Cooma back in the day, very ordinary swimmer at all strokes, I could breaststroke. For some weird reason, I could do breaststroke, and I used to get days off school for carnivals and making a few different carnivals, just going away for like the 50 metre, 100 metre breaststroke. Terrible at the rest of them.
Do you find yourself defaulting to a bit of a breaststroke when you're in the pool?
Oh, all the time. It's all I can do. And it's like, I used to do backstroke and just go lane rope to lane rope. I'd come out with blood on my hands.
I used to do in swimming competing in primary school. No, I used to do backstroke and then pull myself on the lane.
The greatest move ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. And in butterfly, I used to dive under and I'd just swim as far as I could underwater because it was way easier than having to actually do butterfly. But I could do breaststroke for some reason.
I like that.
What do you got?
I think I would probably have to go for maybe like a shot put or something. Doesn't help that I'm weak as piss, but shot put probably my best hope, I think. I saw a post yesterday from a mate in one of our group chats. It was like, which sport could you least embarrass yourself in? We had a pretty in-depth conversation. I feel like I watch those skateboarders. They seem to be falling over all the time. I know I'd fall over heaps. Maybe. I don't know.
Well, breakdancing is a new one. Would you give that a go?
I saw the great Lou having a crack at breakdancing on the We Mean Well podcast the other day. I thought that was hilarious. But
good.
no, me and I don't want to talk for you, Timmy, but I know that I haven't been hit with the rhythm stick.
I have absolutely not.
Yeah, I think there was a big swing and a miss on the Beers and Breakevens panel.
I also won't be representing Australia at Eurovision anytime soon, so we'll throw that one in as well.
What would you do? And you can't say soccer, football, whatever the hell you want to call it.
Well, that's the one where I probably would least likely embarrass myself. But I do have a relative that a few generations ago that won gold, I believe, in discus or something like that.
I had no idea where that was going.
No.
Yeah.
No idea
No,
whatsoever.
honestly, neither did I because I almost forgot what I was saying. I think back in high school days, the only thing I ever did representative level was long distance running. Mm-hmm. So I did the 1.5K run.
Yep.
I reckon I give that a
go.
shot.
Bit of Ned Brockman about her.
Bit of Ned. Well, not that much.
Not that much,
Yeah.
but no one's got that much.
Not 4,000
I don't think
kilometers.
it's safe to have that much Ned
No.
in you.
I'd bringing the Winter Olympics into it. Actually, grew up on the slopes. I'd be a downhill skier.
Of course you would, bro.
Yeah,
I had a feeling this question would be a bit to unpack.
Yeah, there's a lot to take in here.
Yeah,
there's
there's
a
a
lot
lot
to
to take in.
Yeah.
Which one am I the least shit at?
Yeah.
Shout out to Vlandis. I'm hoping he gets Rugby League 9s in for the Brisbane Olympics. I'd love to see
imagine?
that. Could you imagine?
Yeah.
That'd be unreal to see. It'd be great. All right.
All right. Well, we have one more question.
Yeah, take us away.
And this is from James D. He said, sit or start Greg Marju.
Oh, I feel very passionate on this one. I think the Panthers' right edge is the spot to target. I think Phoenix gets a lot more ball to KP. I think KP is going to have Dylan Lucas outside him. That's going to mean cutout ball every day of the week. I'm playing Greg this week, and I feel pretty confident playing him. What do you reckon?
I think if you have depth, I think it's a great opportunity to sit him. His ownership's growing pretty rapidly, and
Coward.
You mentioned all those things, and I agree that the right edge defensive Panthers has been bad. They've also got Nathan Cleary back on that right edge, who is just integral to it. So him coming back instead of a Brad Schneider or a Jack Cole or whoever it's been changes the edge completely.
They've still been cut up with him there, though. Like the Dolphins absolutely teared him to pieces.
That was without their entire Origin contingent, though. That changed that team entirely. So now, like on the weekend, the Dragons, I don't know if they scored a try down there. They scored, one try or something?
Yeah, they didn't
That
score
was
any
down the right
points,
edge, to be fair,
yeah.
but it was via Lomax offload. I think if you can sit him, you should, but easy said than done. Manly on the bye, a lot of Olaquatu holders, a lot of Garrick holders. Easy said than done.
Greg Marshew scores, drum roll, thank you, 75. You heard it here first.
43.
75. Thanks for coming. Cap, Greg Marshew scores.
52.
I like that.
Nice.
Very good.
Safe in the middle. Guys, that's all the questions.
Fantastic. Thank you for joining us once again, guys, on the Late Show. We will see you next week on Beers and Breakevens. Stay tuned. Cutest sneeze of all time once again from Kat. Make sure you keep an eye on SC Playbook, the Roo Crew, for any updated trades or anything this weekend. But
Yeah, all that. We SC Playbook Still not back up on Instagram. It has been a nightmare. Mate, we're putting our content in the meantime on SC Playbook Cricket. So it's still out there. Go and give SC Playbook Cricket a follow on Instagram. It'll all be there, hopefully resolved in the next couple of days.
And Zuckerberg, if you're watching, sort your shit out, bruh.
Bloody oath.
You got a bit of Zuck in you, actually.
Look.
Yeah.
God.
Dead ringer.
What else was he talking about?
Yeah, it's like you're not successful like him. What are you talking
Intelligence,
about?
pioneering.
Please. Fucking please. All right, me, Kat, and Zuck will see you next week. Thanks for joining us once again. Cheers.